With the rise of AI and a flood of productivity tools, I went to search for the Holy Grail. I tested everything. Amplenote, Notion, Motion. Yeah, they start to sound the same, right? And after over 50 hours of scouring through all the various tools, I deleted all of them. Except one. This is now the only one I use, but not because of what it does, but because it finally let me recreate a system I built over 15 years ago with nothing but a notebook. In this video I will show you how I use it and why, but this channel is about building autonomy and freedom, so it's not an app review. I want to remind ourselves what we seem to have forgotten lately, that tech is supposed to free up our time, and in most cases it'll just take some of our time away. Every app I tried came with a structure baked in. And that's the problem. Amplenote told me to jot, then note, then project. Motion scheduled my day like I was a machine, and Notion gave me endless freedom, which became endless maintenance. What I realized is this: most tools don't support how I think. They try to change it. Years before all of this, I had a notebook. One heading at the top, the week ahead. That was my rhythm. I'd look at my week, define my key outcomes, and assign focus areas for each day. It gave me perspective. I wasn't reacting, I was executing, and I could carry that forward no matter what I was working on. And this is where NotePlan came in. NotePlan didn't try to educate me, it gave me building blocks, calendar, notes, tasks, backlinks, and let me build my own structure. What made it stick wasn't AI or features, it was the first tool that aligned with how I already worked. It integrated perfectly with Apple Calendar and synced cleanly with Google Workspace, which killed the need for free separate apps. The lovely thing about NotePlan is that I don't have to think about where I put my tasks. If I remember something on the go, I talk to my Apple Watch. It creates a reminder in Apple's ecosystem, and sure enough, it will show up in my NotePlan task list. And if I add a deep work session in NotePlan, it will show up in my calendar, so I avoid filling up the time. And when I can't get something done, rather than trying to find the perfect day to do it, I just reschedule it to next week, and then have my usual planning session on a Sunday that gives me the same perspective that my notebook did. By the way, I didn't discover NotePlan by accident. It was mentioned on a review site that I thought was pretty good. You can check it out. There's a link to Tool Finder in the description. But before you go there and search for your perfect tool and possibly waste 50 hours you never get back, let's rediscover what we have almost forgotten. Here is what most people get wrong. They start with tools and then try to force themselves into somebody else's idea of productivity. But if you don't start with how you think, every new app just becomes another source of friction. It's actually the core reason why 52% of people are fearful about AI rather than being excited about it. I recently wrote an article about this and offer solutions, so if you're interested, scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description. Fear is rational when you can't see the upside. These tools offer infinite power but zero perspective. Options everywhere, but clarity, that's on you. Here's what I learned. You don't need more features. You need a system that matches how you think. Then the right tool will bring it to life. For me, that tool was NotePlan. For you, that's your call. But whatever you choose, start with your brain, not somebody else's template. System first, tool second, strategy always. And if you want to avoid falling into the same trap when it comes to AI, watch this video next.